You know what I learned last year? It's the true value of myself. I think last year I tried to compete with, I would say, other companies, that are, big companies. And obviously they can afford to buy thousands of stuff and, sell it at a cheaper cost. And my biggest thing is I always wanted to make it affordable for people, but at what cost, right? I learned that I rather not undervalue what I do. I rather add value to it. So I'll give you guys an example, right? My shirts, the designs are drawn by me. Um, Not a lot of other companies draw their own designs. You know what I mean? But go a step further is that I specifically only use one brand, which is Shockaware, heavyweight, not cheap blank. Like a lot of people try to cut costs, right? Gildan, some cheaper cost blanks. My whole thing is I want to make sure that I put out quality product. That way, my customers and my supporters know exactly what they're going to get going forward and whenever they come back. And it's something that when I stamp my name on it, I got to make sure that it's top tier, just to meet my standards. And the third thing that stood out for me is I print my own shirts. And I reminded myself this year, the reason why I did that is because when I went through someone else, they try to cut costs, right? White ink is expensive. I'll tell you guys, mad transparent. The printer I use uses 6 colors, and each cartridge is about $217. So if you add that up, it's expensive. So a lot of printers, what they'll do is they either skimp on the white underbase, and so the colors don't come out as vibrant. And for me as an artist, if my my drawing doesn't come out exactly how I drew it, I can tell, like, my colors are off or something like that. So that was one of my biggest key factors this year is I rather add value to it. Like, for example, if you order from me, from my website, you will get a custom bag. Custom bags cost a few $100s, you know what I mean? So, but for me, it's like whenever you order something from me and you get it in the mail and you see it, you're like, oh my God, like that's so dope. So those little things that trigger emotions is something that I personally like when I purchase stuff. So if I'm able to give that to my customer, then it's a win for me. You know what I mean? So those little investments are key. I reevaluate myself, and again, I rather add value with, extra stuff. I hook people with the stickers, things like that. But not only that, like I'm doing collectible sketch cards now, because I want the supporters and customers to know that everything that you buy from me is making this company continuously run. Like, if I don't have any money coming out anywhere else, I don't have any more money to invest. You know what I'm saying? So this is something that when you buy a shirt from me, you're just not buying your favorite character or anything like that. It is part of it, obviously, but it's also supporting my business to continue going on and continue growing. So with that said, guys, that was the lesson I learned this year, is not to undervalue myself and to actually add value. First off, actually recognize my value. And third of all is adding extra value to make sure that when you guys purchase something from me, it's always worth every single penny. Thank you guys. I'll catch y'all later. Peace.